everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 8 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today I'm gonna see what I can do about visiting my friends over in some kind of village, and try out the whole mechanic of getting a villager to be cool and give me some enchanted books. That sound cool? So my understanding, and I've done this once or twice before, but it's been a while since I played 1.16, and is that another raid coming my way? It does seem that way, doesn't it? It does seem that way, doesn't it? Now, I just went out and found myself, I just went out and found myself a cow and drank the milk so that I could get rid of the bad omen effect, and look at these guys coming back my way. No. Bad villagers. Villagers. Bad guys. No, thank you. Don't want to go into a village with a bad omen effect, because that's going to start the raid mechanic, right? So no. So what I did is I drank a bucket of milk, and goodbye bad omen. And that was cool. And then I'm ready to head to a village, and it's like, oh look, more villagers. No, thank you. So let's head over to this village and try out this. Now it's getting late. It is getting late, isn't it? I should probably sleep through the night, because you can only do the villager job thingy at certain times a day, if I remember correctly. But my goal is to get, like, a fortune and a looting book, and that might make for some good times. Maybe even something else for my flux board. We'll see, I don't know. Well, we get some books, and then we'll anvil them onto the tools, and then we'll be happy. That's kind of my plan. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But first, we gotta sleep through the night, because it's about to be night. And I should consider getting a sleeping bag. Because isn't there a sleeping bag? I believe there are sleeping bags. That's pretty cool. Just gonna need a little bit more wool, and then we can sleep and bag it up. Because I haven't tried these out yet. I'm curious how they work. How well they work, I guess, would be a better way to put it. Okay, come on. You can do it, buddy. There we go. White sleeping bag. Nice. Let's just try it in the middle of our base here. Is it too late to sleep? It is. Well, no, it's not really. I assumed you just right-clicked it. Isn't that all there is to it? I put it on the ground. Ah, cool. Sweet. Okay, so you put it on the ground. Okay, that's cool. And then then it'll let you sleep. All right. And that respawn point set is from earlier when I placed my bed after moving into my new base. So, yay, in a new base. Yay. You know, it's a standard Dire house. I know. It's not the fanciest house in the world, but you know, it should bring a little nostalgia to some of you guys. Some of you guys should be like, oh, look, this is the Dire house. We know that one. So let's head over to this village that's over here, and hopefully we won't have any problems, or too big of problems at least, and see what's what. So hello, villagers. I see you all over here hanging out. So I have to remember exactly how this lecterning mechanic works. I think it's only during certain periods of day that you can do this. Hello, villagers. What's up, guys? How's it going? So you're a farmer. Do I have to find one who doesn't currently have a job, or can I change the job of an existing guy? I'm not quite sure. Hello, look, there's a lectern for you. Don't walk away from me. Should have brought my axe with me. I think that's definitely a problem. But what we could do is get a villager maybe inside their house, and that would be a little bit easier to manage them. Let's find us a villager. Well, this is a nice house. A little cartography thing going on here. Empty map. That's not bad. Except I have a map. Not a lot of villagers in this place, huh? Not a lot of villagers here. This is a different village than the one I visited last time, isn't it? I believe that to be true. Isn't there usually a waystone in the villages? I think there's usually a waystone in the villages. But I'm not seeing one at the moment. But there might be one around, so we should keep our eyes open. Is this dude a dude? He looks like a dude. Oh, he's a librarian. Sweet. Alright, cool. So he's got some mana and artifice stuff going on. Interesting. So he's already got a lectern, which is kind of cool. So let's do our best to kind of make sure he don't go nowheres. If I remove his lectern... No, sir. Okay. If I remove your lectern, will you de-librarianize? I believe he did. Sweet. and then we put a new lectern down. Look. Haha! And he can do bookshelves and paper to emeralds recipe. All right, not terrible. Not terrible. And I think what I want to do now is just basically repeat this process over and over again, right? And that will give him the opportunity to give me enchanted books. So let's see what's what. All right, so quick thing that I just learned, by the way, guys. Mana and Artifice, the mod Mana and Artifice, has changed librarians to add some of its own things to it. Also, there's a config option in Mana and Artifice to make villagers only give enchanted books once they've reached tier 3 trader. But you can turn that off if you want. So I think I'm going to have that turned off in the pack because I want the pack to be, you know, relatively vanilla-ish. But I do appreciate that there's a config option for that, which is cool. So it means that it's kind of nifty for pack makers who might want to make it a little bit less easy for people to just kind of spam these things and get, you know, enchanted books. So I'm gonna do the thing here where you just basically do this over and over again. Now you will have less of a chance of getting enchanted books because it adds things, but if you turn off that config option, you will start getting the option for enchanted books. So let's do the thing here, and I'll be back. All right, so this is taking a while. The annoyance, I think, is generally just coming down to the fact that I have to place the block, check the villager, break the block, and then place the block again, becoming a nuisance. I'd like to automate it a little bit if we can, so let's see if there's a little bit faster way to make this happen with a block placer and a block breaker from Cyclic. So the placer looks a little something like this, and a little bit of you, and a little bit of you, and yeah, we could smelt up some smooth stone probably. You can see I moved, you know, a good portion of my base around. Not too shabby, right? I did all right. I did all right. Not a bad looking place. How many do I need for the placer? 2. Should be enough for now. Oh, that's andesite. That's not smooth stone. My bad. Well, it's nice that that stuff gets a use. I thought it was like ore dictionary. Cool. So there's your placer, and let's try out this breaker as well. So I'm going to need one of you. I'm going to need a stone shovel. That's interesting. And a dispenser. We don't have that alternate dispenser recipe in here. Oversight. Tell me that that's any kind of slab. Don't tell me mossy only. We're going to have a conversation about that. Don't tell me that's mossy only. So let's see. Is there a sneaky way to get mossy in this pack? That's a good question. We can make it with vines. Or the metallurgic infuser with biomass. That's kind of cool. We have an infuser, don't we? Isn't that guy? Yeah, we have one of those. So we just need biofuel, which is made in a crusher. So, I mean, that's doable-ish. That's doable-ish. Or vines, which I don't know if we've found any kind of jungly biomes yet, have we? I don't think so. So let's do the metallurgic infuser route with the crusher from Mechanism. So that's going to require me getting into Mechanism, which I wasn't quite ready to do, but also I could do that. I could do that, I think. So let's get some more pretty pipes, refined pipes, basic energy pipe. Let's get 2 sets of these, shall we? And then I'm going to get my metallurgic infuser out of here. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to lay out this area, but I'm thinking like maybe Mechanism machines along this wall and thermal machines around the like that sounds kind of cool. I think that'll work. Hey. Hey. There you go. And we've got power. Sweet. So if I wanted to make a crusher real quick, that would be you, buddy. You're going to need a couple basic control circuits and some steel casing. So I'm going to need steel and redstone with osmium ingots. Steel and redstone with osmium ingots. And what I should probably do is make an enrichment chamber so that I can be more efficient with things. Now, do I have enough coal? Not really. So I should really look at making an enrichment chamber. So that would be you, buddy. I should make that as well. So let's get this first so we can enrich things, and then, Yeah, I think that would be smart. So, enrichment chamber. So again, we're going to need some osmium and a little bit of redstone-y stuff. And we're probably going to need some coal. Now, I'm also pretty sure that I can use charcoal here for coal, or for carbon, right? So if I were to do that, that would be neat. So let's put that in there and get some charcoal cooking. And I don't think I need some of this stuff. Goodbye, cobblestone slabs. You in metallurgic infuser, so you're going to be... I need 8 coal to make a machine casing, right? At least until I get the stuff, right? So, because I need 4 iron ingots, double cold. Cool. So we'll come back in a minute once this is done cooking it up. And so what I'm doing is I'm making a second metallurgic infuser for my redstone stuff, because if we're going to get into like the enriching stuff, it's going to be, you know, 1 item equals like several crafts. So it's going to be important for us to have multiple metallurgic infusers. Okay. So we'll get more of that. Sweet. So 2 metallurgic infusers from mechanism here. We'll get us into the core components of the mechanism mod. So we'll get some steel grit, and hello spiders. I know. You're very excited to exist. Me, not as much. Not as thrilled that you exist as you are. Alright, so you should be cool. I'm going to have to do something about it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to light up my roof so that spiders don't spawn on it. I feel like that would be a good call, right? Yeah, no. I came up here to kill you and you ran away. Like the coward that you are, spider. And if we F7, that should show us that we've done a good job, yes? I don't think I finished lighting up my actual base, though, believe it or not. So I should probably fix that. Yeah, my, let's see, put this in 3x3 mode would probably be a smart move. Yeah, this area is not lit up. I should probably light this room up a little bit. But, yeah, we'll get there. Alright, where'd that spider go? Because he's driving me nuts now. I went up there to murder him, and he was just all, I'm hiding back here now. You know, a smart thing to do might be to turn off spider sounds with that mod muting, you know, that mod that mutes sounds. But then on the other hand, I won't know when there's spiders around, and that would probably be bad. Alright. Okay, so if I want a crusher... Right. Well, I said I wanted the enrichment chamber first, right? So we're going to do that. Enrichment chamber first. And that will give us the ability to enrich resources, which will be good. Which will be good. All right, so you should be smelting up some charcoal. Let's enrich some charcoal now. Nice. And that, so the benefit of this, coal is 1-to-1. Well, you need like 2 coal to make 1 steel, right? So 1 iteration of a piece of coal turns it into enriched iron, and then a second iteration of coal turns it into steel, right? And it's 1 coal per operation. With the enrichment chamber, it gives you enriched carbon, and what you will get is instead of 1 piece of operation, you get 80 millibuckets, which is 8 operations. So basically, run your coal or charcoal through an enrichment chamber, and you will get 8 times the number of operations just for running it through this machine. And the same for redstone. So absolutely, if you're going to get into mechanism, do this. Get yourself an enrichment chamber, and you'll find your way into making lots and lots of carbon. That will make making things a lot easier for you, right? So now if I wanted to get, for example, you know, we'll see, it only uses 10 millibuckets per operation. So basically it's 8x operation. So just awesome. So do that. Trust me. Trust me. So just to be clear, right, we've already processed the enriched iron, right? So that's 8. And now we're doing another 8. And we're still going to have carbon left over from only 4 pieces of coal. So definitely worth it, right? I'm going to throw the other enriched carbon in here. And then while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make 16 enriched redstone so that we can put that in this guy. And this will be my redstone infuser. There's 2 other infusion types that we're going to need in the future, by the way, diamonds and refined obsidian. And both of those you're going to want to absolutely go through the enrichment chamber because diamonds, right? Like you're not gonna want to waste diamonds. So having the 8x multiplier on diamonds is going to be very important. So this is kind of intro to mechanism a little bit, and then also trying to automate the whole lectern thing so that we can get a nice fortune enchant for my flux spore, and maybe even looting for my sword. I'm just saying it would be cool. So with this guy done making his steel, we're almost ready to start making our crusher now, so that should be good times. And I should really look at speeding up these machines sooner than later, but as long as we're keeping up with this, you know, generation thing, you know, we're producing 48 RF a tick right now, so we're definitely doing okay in terms of stuff. So you're doing your thing. Let's put some of this enriched redstone in here. Boom, lots of redstone boosting. There's the 4 that we need for the crusher. So let's get ready to make said crusher. So crusher over here, gonna need 2 buckets of lava. Luckily, I have an infinite source of lava in my base. Ironically, I do not have an infinite source of water. I guess we'll see. But crusher ready to go, so turn these guys off, that there. We can remove that from the to-do list. We've now got a crusher, which will give me access to biofuel, which will be a cool way to get some stuff. So let's see. I'm assuming pretty much any food source can turn into biofuel in the crusher. Pretty sure that's the case. Pretty sure. And then what we're also going to need is it a metallurgic infuser that does this? It is, actually. So we should probably have, like, another miscellaneous metallurgic infuser. Luckily, those are cheaper to make, right? They just need a couple furnaces and a piece of osmium and iron, and it's super cheap. So let's throw this one here. I don't know why I want to do this, but it just feels like this will be a miscellaneous metallurgic infuser for, like, exactly what it looks like. Just miscellaneous things that you may not normally need. It's rare that you need to do the biofuel infusion thing. So how much of this biomass is used in the cobblestone? So it's 15 now, and it becomes 5. All right, so it uses 10. All right, that's fine. And if you ever wanted to get rid of what's in this buffer here, you could just dump it with this dump button, and I think that clears out this buffer. So that won't be too big of a problem. But now we get 3 mossy cobblestone, and booyah. Which I'm sure it might have some other uses. Cool. Alright, let's do this now, and that should give me access to the breaker, which is a good time. And now we've got the placer and the breaker. Let's sleep through the night and see if we can't set up some kind of press button, swap block kind of deal. Because I noticed that the villagers switch almost immediately, right? So if we could, let's see how these machines work, right? So we've got the breaker and the placer, right? So if I just put you in here, requires redstone, always on, that's what I want. And you should be requires redstone, right? Now if I put a button on you and press said button, boom, he should break. Cool. Now where did he go? That's the question. Where indeed? Where did the, oh, he just spits it out the back, I think. I have a magnet, so yeah. Oh, it just breaks it and places it in the world. Oh, that's what happens. So he breaks it, and it goes into the world, and then my magnet pulls it up. Okay, that's not bad. I was kind of hoping that this breaker would, like, pick it up and put it in its own inventory. There's a breaker for Industrial 4 going. Ooh, Axe of Atlantis. I might want one of those, but yeah, we'll get to that later. I guess those are the only, you know, options for breaking blocks for now. Unless I get into Industrial 4 going, which requires plastic, and that's a whole nother tech tree to get into that I'm not super ready to do just yet. So let's hold off on that. Let's look at how can I pick this up. Item pickup stuff. Ranged collector of some kind. So there's basic item collector from item collectors. Requires an ender pearl, which is a little bit because I don't have a ton of those, but I'm sure we could manage it. And then there's also the advanced item collector, which requires a basic one and an eye of ender. So I think we'll go with the basic one for now, because I can't imagine it needs to be too much. So what if I put that there, and then we hit the button? Yeah, that is comedy. That is funny. So that is definitely, the button stays too long. The button stays too long. So are you... Oh, wow, look at that. That's cool. Basic item collector. Range and everything. I like that UI. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what we're probably going to want instead, then, is a lever. Let's try it with a lever. Because the button definitely lasts too long. Unless there's a mod that has something. I love that it automatically outputs to the bottom there. It's like way too quick. It's like super quick. It's instant is how fast it ticks. Is there like a single tick button that we can make? Let's just see what kind of button options we got. What kind of button mods? We got 2-button machine switch from gauges and switches. Let's see. Wow. Okay. That might be it. That machine button might do it. Maybe. We'll see. Let me look through these and see what options we've got. So let's try this machine button thingy here. So it says, click with a redstone torch to configure the output. Cycles through the options that this switch supports. Activate when ready to extend the pulse time. Left click with a stack of redstone to set a fixed pulse time between 0.1 and 6.4 seconds. So if I click it with 1... Ooh, I like that. So then I click it with 1. That's kind of cool. So there's definitely, it goes so fast that there's like a block update issue. But it's not terrible. What I should do is make you respond to this in some kind of delayed way. So that like shortly after, let's just, so he does. That's kind of cool. I'm just trying to test it to make it as efficient as possible. We're going to have to play with it over at the village, but let's see how that works out. I may need some kind of repeater or something, so maybe I should make 1 or 2 of them just because I might need it. Could I get that by chance? We've got some smooth stone over here, right? And if I can just make it a little bit easier for me to do this thing, that would be cool. All right, let's bring this stuff with me. How's my daylight looking? It's midday, so we got plenty of time. I'll meet you back at the village. All right, so let's set up a similar little mechanic here. So if I had you and you, so you're the breaker, though you seem to want to face the wrong direction. Here, thank you. And you're the one who's gonna get the button press, right? So you're gonna be this dude with a single redstone pulse timer. And then you're gonna go here, and you're gonna be requires redstone, right? And then this guy is gonna go here, right? So you come in, you become a librarian, which is cool. I don't like your trades. I hit this. Oh, he's standing there. Don't stand there, buddy. Come on now. Let's put you in the corner. Everybody puts villager in the corner. Hey. Now, are you close enough? No. Of course not. Yeah, you're going to need to be probably here-ish. Okay, so you have Unbreaking 2. Don't like it. Hey, get back in there. I was hoping he wouldn't be able to do that with the thing there, but alas, no. Alright, so I need you back there. Let me get him back in position. So is the lectern here? It is, actually. It is. It's just that visual glitch was kind of being... kind of... Oh, right, and I definitely need you to be here. That's an important step that I forgot. Knew I was forgetting something. Now, is that too fast? I think it is, actually. It may be too fast. So we're definitely going to need a repeater of some kind. So what if we laid it out like this? and we did that. Does that look cool? So I could put you there. I could put the button here. Excuse me, sir. And then we could have one piece of redstone here. So let's see what you got. Nothing good. That works. He might need 2 pulses. Right, 4 ticks. I like that. That seems really stable. What'd I get, by the way? Block reach. So, between the fact that we've got mana and artifice going on here... Oh, you weren't supposed to place that. Cool. Huh? Yeah. Where'd you go? Okay, yeah, you were just being... So the little lag issue is still there, unfortunately. It's not the end of the world, but it's still a little bit there. Okay. This kind of works. I might need 3 ticks, we'll see. Or 6 ticks, really. It's possible that that means... Yeah, we'll see. I might need a little bit longer delay, too, for it to be perfect. Instigating. Soulbound. So press button, new trade. I kind of like that. That works pretty good. Impaling. Come on, Chief. Is it nighttime? Is that what's... No, it's still good. It's still good. It is actually nighttime, though, believe it or not. I see it being nighttime out there. I thought they didn't change jobs in the middle of the night. Well, I'm not going to complain. Power 3? I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But no thanks. That's not what I'm after. Alright, I will come back once I... Yeah, this one seems pretty much the best so far. So three redstone piece delay, which is whatever it was, 6 ticks. Can you not stand on the button, though? Because that would be just the best. And that looks pretty good to me. That's a neat setup. It makes it a little bit easier, right? Occasionally the lectern doesn't, like, block update on the client, but that's not the end of the world. But generally speaking, he works pretty well. I guess it would be a little bit more perfect if I had another redstone repeater here. That would probably be the most perfect. Yeah, because occasionally it's not gone long enough for him to refresh his trades. Okay, we'll be back. He really likes standing on the button, so I had to put a piece of cobblestone there to prevent that. So in vanilla Minecraft, this is tricky to do. In modded Minecraft, not only does Mana and Artifice add their own villager trades to librarians, but there's quite a few new enchants available. So the chances of getting a good villager are diminished as a result of, you know, new enchants, different chances, like just overall, it's rough. So we're gonna have to really get lucky here. I've been doing this for about 10 or 15 minutes now, and I'm not having any luck. I'm getting a lot of enchanted books, as you can see, but like there's all these, you know, modded items, which are not what I'm after, which is a bummer. Which is kind of why I wanted to automate this, because I knew it would be... Ooh, Silk Touch, though. I'm gonna say no. I mean, Silk Touch is nice, don't get me wrong, but I can get that other ways, right? What I'm really after here is Fortune and Looting, if I can. And I'd love it to be Fortune or Looting 3, but I'll take 2 and combine the books, right? Like, I'll do that. I don't care. You know... I mean, I'd really prefer it not to be 1, because that would be lots of book combining, but if I have to, I will. So, anyway, back to playing. Woohoo, Bane of Arthropods! Just kidding, not exciting at all. All I gotta say is there sure are a lot of enchants. Ooh, power 4, that ain't bad. I kinda wouldn't mind, but also no, not what I'm looking for. Knockback 2. Come on, villager. Let's go. I've been here for like 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding. At this point, it's just like, I didn't look at that one. What was it? Mana boost 3. Yeah. It works pretty well, this system. Fuel efficiency 4. I'm curious about that. Impaling 5. No idea what that does. All I want's a fortune. Preferably fortune. Looting I'll be happy with, but fortune is kind of where I'd like to be. Looting. Ooh, looting 1, though. Looting 1? I mean... If it was looting 2, I would take it and then combine it. But I have to get 6 of these in order to make looting 3, right? I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna keep that one. I really want fortune is kind of what I'm after here. And 1 is not good. If it was 2 or 3, I might have kept it, but no. So, continuing on. Just look at how many pages of enchanted books there are. There's so many. Oh, sharpness 5. For a stack of emeralds. Oof. I kind of want to keep that one. I kind of do. I don't really have a good way to keep these villagers, though, is the problem. That's the problem, is I don't have a great way to keep these villagers. Yeah. So I kind of like the idea of sharpness 5. And I think I'm gonna stick with it. That's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hello. Whoo, he was sneaky. Sneaky creeper. Explain to me how I didn't hit him just now. Explain. I absolutely should have hit him. Anyway, so we made an automated thing to toggle. I like that, what we made. I think that's cool. But it is getting ready to wrap up the episode. So some progress today was good. What I think I'm going to do, I'd like to, if I can, consider moving villagers around and create like a little market of enchantments. Either that, or what I should look into doing is maybe just storing my experience so that I can more easily cycle stuff around. So maybe I should get the cyclic experience thingy next episode. That might be a good task. Because doesn't cyclic have an experience pylon? Yes, that guy. I think this will store experience for me. So if I got this, that would be cool. I'm going to need crystallized amber, though, which is from the solidification chamber from cyclic. So that's going to be a thing we're going to have to look into. I don't know exactly how that works. I guess that's this guy? Craft fluids into items. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look so bad. That's doable. All right, so yeah, we should look into doing that next episode so we can store experience. So I'm not quite sure. So here's the thing. Given that right now, there's so many enchantments, I don't know if it's going to be easier or harder to try and get like a Fortune 3 book from a villager. It seems to me like it's harder. I might be crazy. I mean, we know I'm a little bit crazy, but I might be even more crazy than that. But we'll figure it out next episode. I think for now we wrap up. Maybe next time we come back, we'll try getting experience storage by way of the cyclic thing. And then what we can do is make it a little bit easier to kind of cycle. And what I'll do is just drop this into an enchantment table, right? And then that'll be cool. Because also the problem with villagers is we need a lot of emeralds, and I don't have a ton of those yet. There's ways to get them that I'm looking into, but we don't have a ton of them yet. So that would be the other problem. Obviously, I could make a villager that makes good trades and then trade items for emeralds. That wouldn't be a big deal, but you know, we'll see. I mean, like I know there's farmer dudes over at the village there. I should really look at getting like a teleporter too. What kind of teleport options do we have? So there's this guy, and/or teleport to your personal spawn point. How hard is that to make? Once I get into that crystallized ember, not bad. Just needs an Eye of Ender. That would be kind of cool. A teleport home option. Teleport yourself to the target entity up to the nearest surface above. Teleports where you look using ender pearls as fuel. I don't like that. Mechanism has a teleporter going on. There's Portality too. I know has a teleporter. And I think that there's some teleport options in Mana and Artifice. And there might be teleport options. I know for sure there's some in Ars Nouveau, so that might be a cool option too. So having a place to like teleport around to my different villages with different villagers who have good trades might be a good call. I don't know. There's so much to see and do in this mod pack that we're going to have to really get into it. So let's do this. Let's come back next episode. I'm going to look into maybe doing the experience storage thing, like I said, and then we'll do some more stuff. For now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.